Hello, can everyone hear me? Am I audible? Yeah, okay. So,
Hi, Arshidi, can you hear me?
hi. Yes, I can hear you, Jatin. So, before we move forward, I have a few instructions to be given to everyone.
It is not only because the
Just a second, I need to give a few instructions and then we can move forward. First, please make sure that your mic and camera is off during the session to all the participants and also presenters. If you have any question, please raise your hand and wait for your turn, or you can share your question on the chat box. Okay? These are the two main instructions. Let's start with the summit and with the most awaited session, the demo day. We have 7 startups who are going to do a virtual pitch in front of our audiences. All the startups will have 4 minutes to pitch and then 3 minutes for Q&A. We have Earth Focus, Drona Automation, Zero Plus Labs, Kruti Coffee, Z Blocks, Green Pod Labs, and RecycleX. And we have Mr. Jatin Chaudhary, salesman, eChai Network, to moderate this session. Over to you, Jatin. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Arshidi. You can hear me, right? I missed out on the inaugural session. Hi, everyone. So, Arshidi, just a couple of points. We were supposed to start it at 1, but we are 5 minutes early. So, you have all the presentation. So, who will be running the presentation? You or Manan?
Running the presentations.
Who? Like you are on mute. Who?
Yes. Harsiddhi is running on the running
Okay,
all the presentations.
you will be running the presentation.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much, everyone, again. So those of you are in the audience, you can ask any question. We'll pick up some of those questions for some of the startups, and we have a lot of other interesting folks who are joining in. And Arun, Vijay, Aditya, Dr. Kamakhya, can you hear us? We'll just get started then. You can open up your video. That would be nice.
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Yes. Thanks.
Yes, Aditya, Vedant, ready?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll
Can
start with
you
Aditya
guys
then.
see the presentation?
Yep.
Is it visible?
Yep. We'll just get started. So friends, this for demo, this first 1 or 2 minutes becomes little awkward because in a way all of you are part of our backstage. But we'll just in a minute we'll just get started with our actual presentation from all the awesome founders. Yep.
Presentation is running.
Sure. Thanks.
Just a second.
So Aditya, we will start with you. Ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Perfect.
Z block.
No, Aditya
Zero Plus Labs.
is from Zero
Plus Labs.
Yeah. Just I'm doing it. Hold on. Okay. Can you see the presentation? Can you see?
Not yet. Can you open Zero
Yeah, we
Plus?
can see.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Zero Plus. Hold on. Can you see it now?
Yes. Will it be possible to put it in presentation mode?
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm doing it.
Okay, so it's 11:54. We will finish on time. So one other thing to all presenters, you will get 4 minutes for your presentation, and we want to give another 3 minutes for question and answer. So while you present, make sure that you plan your presentation on time, so that by the end of the 4 minutes you are towards the end and not just in the starting or beginning of it.
Sure.
Is this the correct presentation?
Ma'am, there
I don't
seems
know
to
why
be
it looks like.
some error.
Yeah, some issue. Can we just go on with this?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Great. So I
So-
think we can start now.
Okay, so we still have a minute, I believe. Aditya, do you have a presentation from your side? Or
Yeah,
can you share
Yeah.
your
The
screen?
present. Can you see it on the screen?
No, Harshidi, what I'm
Yeah, it
saying
looks
is
a bit
Aditya can share his screen. Now, since what you are showing is not visible to anybody actually.
I can see it. Nobody can see the presentation?
No, we can see the
anyone
presentation, but
I think
the font is
is
small.
not that visible.
So if I may just download that PDF file, and you can open it in a PDF viewer and put it on full screen.
I already
Yeah.
have it. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I already have it downloaded. Class Labs.
Perfect.
Yeah. So does that work?
No, it's not been projected.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'll just disconnect and present again.
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
Sorry for, so it's 11:56. We are on time to get started.
Yes.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, I will take this opportunity to have a brief introduction to all our
Can you see
people
it
who are
now?
supposed to.
Yeah.
So Arshidi,
Yeah,
in the
much
background
better.
you run that. We'll just get started with our introductions.
Okay.
We'll do a half a minute introductions from all our panel people who are supposed to present. So Dr. Kamakhya, if you can briefly introduce yourself in 30 seconds.
Okay, sir, ma'am, can you do it full screen so that it's much more clear and visible?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay. In meanwhile, we can start with the introduction.
Yes, Dr. Kamakhya,
Is
your
that
30 minutes
fine?
introduction.
Sure. Thanks, Jatin. Hi, this is Kamakhya here. I'm one of the co-founders of Kruti Coffee, a social enterprise which works with tribal farmers from Odisha. I'm based out of Hong Kong, but there are like few of us scattered over the world who support this initiative. And since I was the one who started it, I was asked to sort of share the story. So I'm really privileged to be at Prabhav. The energy is pretty good. I have seen it for the last 1 hour. So really privileged to be here. Thanks, Jatin.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Vedant, your just 30-second introduction.
Hi, I'm Vedant from RecycleX. So we are basically working with rag pickers for basically working on plastic waste and construction debris and industrial waste. So we are revolutionizing the green building material and working with various government infrastructure projects for using this plastic waste for building materials.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Vijay?
Yeah, hi, this is Vijay from GreenPod Labs. I take care of the business at GreenPod Labs. So we are a post-harvest solution company focused to minimize the food waste problem in the country. So we are building solutions to extend the shelf life of fruits and vegetables by activating the defense mechanism and minimizing any microbial and fungal growth. So we try to integrate our product all through the supply chain from farm till fork.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And Arun?
Hi, hi, my name is Arun. I'm the founder and the managing director of Earth Focus. We manufacture water savers that can be attached to your existing taps that can save up to 95% water. As a result, you save millions of liters over time. Yeah.
Awesome. So we have amazing, diverse set of folks who will be presenting about their businesses. Aditya, now get set, go. So we'll end at 4 minutes. And typically, if this was an offline event, we would have asked everybody to clap louder. But I'll ask all our startup demo folks, founders, soon if you can clap together, that would create a good, nice vibe for everybody. If you can do it. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. And all the people who are in the participants, and if you can use some emojis to tell us that you are watching this, so that would be nice. So with this, Aditya, if you could have said stage is yours, but now we will say screen is yours. Aditya.
Sure. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Jatin, and thanks a lot, everyone. Let me start with a story. Story of a farmer named Ramesh. Yeah, next slide, please. Can you please go to next slide? So the story of a farmer named Ramesh, who is a marginal farmer from a small town of Hubli. Ramesh owns 2 acres of land, and every harvest, every month he earns 5,000 rupees per month. Nothing special about Ramesh. He's just a normal farmer. Every harvest season, Ramesh produces 5 tons of crop waste, crop residue, which he has no other option but to burn, since the labor is costly and the machines are intensive. So after burning, it releases 15 tons of carbon dioxide. The first one to suffer is Ramesh and his family, and in the nearby cities. Next slide. So Ramesh is one out of 40 million Indian farmers, generating 200 million tons of surplus biomass waste annually. And this biomass waste is burned all across India. Next slide. On the other hand, we have a completely different story of a girl named Arya, who is a student based out of Bangalore. Arya visits nearby grocery store to buy daily essentials for her family. When she visits the grocery store, she observes that everything is wrapped up in plastic. And we all know that plastic takes 500 years to degrade, polluting rivers, oceans, and lands in meantime. Next slide. So frustrated by this problem, like we Indians are frustrated by this problem. Like per capita consumption of plastic in India is around 6 kg per annum, and India generates around 9.5 million tons of plastic waste per year, which is a huge. What are we dealing with this waste? Next slide. Uh, only 9% of plastic is recycled. The rest is either landfilled or incinerated, causing massive pollution. On the other hand, the biomass waste can be converted into biogas or can be composted, but this both are low value and low output process and extremely slow and inefficient. It can also be incinerated by converting into pellets, but then again it's emit pollution. Next slide. So we at Zero Plus Labs are aiming to develop a zero waste world. Next slide. What we do is we source the biomass waste from farmers and aggregators, agro-food industries, and convert them into feedstocks for bioplastics and biocomposites. Next slide. This is done using our patented technology, which is next slide. We extract first cellulose from the biomass waste, develop feedstocks, and then develop plastic alternatives from these materials. Next slide. These are a few of the products that we have made so far. On the left hand side, you can see the single-use disposable products such as bags, films, and kitchen wraps, which are 100% biodegradable. On the other hand, you can also see reusable and rigid products, which can also be made from our bioplastics and composite materials. Next slide. So we have tested our material for performance, and we have observed that it meets all the performance as per FSSAI guidelines. The water and grease resistance are as per TAPI guidelines and the biodegradation is within 45 days. We are observing around 96%, which is a good thing. Our materials can also be used for paper coating, injection molding, blown film, and 3D printing. Next slide. So the following is how we started and our journey so far. We all started with a question on like why should plastic pollute our environment? When I was a student at IISER Pune, I used to trek on a Panchvati hill and I usually came across piles and piles of trash. Soon I met Dr. Kadiravan from CSI NCL, and we started developing technologies to upcycle biomass waste into bioplastic at CSI NCL. After 1.5
Aditya, your 4 minutes are almost over, so you can just get to the concluding remarks and then I'll ask you more questions.
Sure. All right. So this is our team, and we are supported by CCAM Venture Center, DVD, and Social Alpha, and even NCL. The following is our impact based on our 100 kg pilot. We upcycle 50 kg of biomass, save 300 kg of CO2, increase the farmer's income by 25%, reduce the plastic usage by 100 kg. Next slide.
Aditya, I will get to the questions because we want to finish on time. But thank you so much for a wonderful presentation and wonderful work that you have done. So Aditya, what next for you? That like you're looking for more partners, you're looking for investors, or what are those 2-3 things that you believe that you would want to?
So currently we are developing a pilot in Bangalore, in the city of Bangalore, along with H&M Foundation and Social Alpha, and we are planning to set up the sourcing supply chain as well as the upcycling plant at a 3 ton per day capacity, and working along with waste pickers and farmers and agro-food industries.
Okay, and what has been your biggest challenge as of now? That like finding partners or getting to the prototype level or building a team?
So 2 of our greatest challenges is one is building the right team who can like develop a completely biodegradable material, and then developing a technology, working on it, failing so many times in the experiments and reaching a right formulation which can serve our need.
Okay, and in terms of finances, how are you managing your grant money, your customers who are paying you, or is there
so currently we are supported by government grants from DST and DBT, and soon we will be having like 3 months down the line, we'll be having our product in the market and will be supported by our customers' revenue model.
Awesome. So and what are your go-to-market strategies once you have a ready product and you would want to go all out?
So once we have a product in market, in earlier stages, we are planning to target B2B customers and sell our pellets and end products directly to them, who can market it to their customers. Soon, after like a year down the line, we'll be opening B2C channels.
Okay, awesome. And the last question for you: what kind of support you would expect from this group, this summit, this entire ecosystem?
So, in terms of building network and helping us connecting with right people who might be interested in sustainable materials, that would be a good start. And also just spreading awareness about the harms of misusing the plastic in packaging and lot of waste. That was our intention.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much, Aditya, and we wish you all the best. And we have a lot of other interesting sessions happening. So if you feel that you may want to connect with certain speakers that we had, do let me know individually. We will do that. Thank you so much, Aditya.
Thanks, Roger.
Harshati, we'll have next Vijay from Greenport Labs.
Okay. I'll just start his presentation.
So it takes almost 30 seconds to get this presentation thing. So, but all the people who are participating, in case if you have any questions for the people who are presenting, if you can ask in the chat or a Q&A, we'll take up some of those questions. We are on time, and since we started almost 5 minutes earlier, and some of you got to show our backstage talks of setting up the session. So we have a little more time, I believe. So you can ask questions, we'll take up those questions. We will finish this one on time.
Okay. This one is correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Vijay, ready?
Yeah, ready. Sure.
Okay, just a sec. And I would request all the people who are on screen, whenever I ask you to clap louder. So we cannot create the experience of offline event, but online also. And those who are participating, just show us some emojis. So everyone together, big round of applause for Vijay.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity. Good afternoon to all the people who are on the podium. So I represent Greenport Labs, a post-harvest solution company focused to minimize the food waste problem in the country. Can you please go to the next slide? So currently, if we see the problem in the country, about 40% of what is being produced has never been consumed. It doesn't even reach the end consumer. This generates an economic loss of about $12 billion every year, and then 2.6 gigatons of emission every year. Currently, cold storage, which is seen as the predominant solution to solve this problem, can hold only about 10% of what we produce in the country. Remaining 90% doesn't have a solution. This is the place where we come in, and we believe that we have a solution to solve this problem. Can you go to the next slide? So we at Greenport Labs have a nature-inspired solution. So what we do is we do an active packaging. Our product activates the defense mechanism within the fruits and vegetables. By activating the defense mechanism, one, we reduce the speed at which the ripening is happening with the fruits and vegetables. So that essentially we're extending the shelf life, and at the same time, any microbial and fungal attack can be minimized because the defense mechanism of the fruits is high. So this is how we approach the solution. One, we identify the specific defense mechanism in each crop that we work with. After identifying the defense mechanism, we use a lot of plant-based 100% natural ingredients to identify the mechanism to activate the defense mechanism. So once we identify those ingredients, we encapsulate them, and by using a lot of repetitive data and the research that has already been done in the open area, we use all this data to precisely formulate and deliver our formulation out. So our product looks very simple like this. A small sachet like this, all that you need to do is drop a couple of sachets into a 20 kg crate to extend the shelf life. So for tomatoes, say about 6 to 7 sachets is what you need to drop. Yeah, these are some of the preliminary trials that we have done. So with respect to pomegranates, we are able to extend the shelf life up to day 22. So all these experiments are done in the ambient temperature at Chennai, about 35 degrees. So we don't need use of any cold storage or any modified atmospheric packaging. Can you go to the next slide? So this is the next results that we've done on Fix, where we are able to extend the shelf life between 10 to 14 days. And then we have done for tomatoes as well. So currently we are in the process of taking tomato as our first product to the market. So between farm to fork supply chain, we target, can you go to the next slide? We go to farmers, distributors, retailers. So this includes FPOs, traders, and e-commerce players as well. So these are our customer segments. So in comparison with our competitors, we have a couple of competitors in the Western countries. So we have Apple Science, which is already at $1 billion valuation. And then we have Hazel Technologies, which is similar to what we do. And there are young startups coming up like Keep It Fresh, Stick Fresh, and Mori. So we outperform all these players in terms of cost effectiveness, easy to adopt, plant-based, and we have a very targeted approach to every crop that we work. Next slide, please. So currently we are in the fundraising plan. We are planning to raise about 500,000 euros. We want to raise this money to build our R&D foundations and strengthen it. And we want to create products for 4 more fruits and vegetables that we are having in pipeline. And we want to reach an annual revenue of about 1 crore by next financial year. So majority of our funding that we'll be using is for R&D, scaling our business, HR, business development, and patent and regularization will be a small portion of it. So in the founding team, we have Deepak, who's also has a master's in food science and comes from USA with about 7 years of research experience over there. He takes care of our R&D and the executive positions of the GreenPod Labs, and I, Vijayanand, I take care of the business part of GreenPod Labs, and I come with about 13 years of operational experience in the social impact space. So put together, we believe we have the right team and we have the right skills to take this product forward. And we strongly believe that food waste is a preventable problem, and we are committed to solve this problem for the country. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Vijay. You finished in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So thank you so much for that. So Vijay, a couple of questions. You mentioned about you are planning to raise funds. So have you already got some seed funding, pre-seed funding, or this would be your first external funding?
No, we already had a pre-seed raise from an accelerator in Europe called Rockstart Fund. So we have worked with them, we have incubated with them, and then we raised a pre-seed through them. So they are reinvesting in the seed round as well. So we have a soft commitment of about 70% in our 500,000. So we're looking for a lead investor to close this round.
Okay, and then the amount that you mentioned was in euros. So are you planning to raise from European investors, or Indian investors are also fine?
Yeah, no. We are open to any investors. So we have some angels committed from US as well. So we are in talks with a couple of Indian VC networks as well. So hopefully we are planning to close in a quarter's time.
Okay, and later in the afternoon,
Jatin, I think,
yes.
sorry to stop. I think someone from the audience has a question for GreenPod Labs. So I'm just going to put her on the stage. Yes.
Yeah.
Priya?
Please.
Priya, can you hear us?
Yes.
Yeah, please, you can ask.
Sir, actually, I have a question to Mr. Vijay Anand that such kind of startup or such kind of whatever labs you have started, do you do any kind of session on which people like you or having some idea, they can also do some startups? Or they can have such awareness like how you have started the procedure or the ideas. Do you have any detailed information anywhere uploaded or somewhere? Like I am a MSW faculty, so we can have students who are working all the time in the field. Like they have showed them that how to make a jam and how to make sauce, but it is not enough all the time that you make sauce and jam all the time of know. So can you give me some ideas?
Ma'am, we are in the early stages of our startup and terribly focused towards going to commercialize what we are building here. But we also strongly believe that we want to nurture the talent in the country. We do sessions with colleges, incubator labs that we work with, and we do student forums where we kind of open up a specific topic and interact with the students from different colleges and universities and give them a background and perspective. I'll be more than happy to connect with you to kind of take this initiative forward, and we can also see if there is a long-term collaboration on this.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, I'll drop my email ID on the chat. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. And Vijay, continuing with the earlier question, so we have folks from Avishkar Capital and Asha Impact being part of the panel. So probably in case everyone explore them, that could be a good opportunity. And the question that I asked to Aditya, I'll pretty much ask you the similar questions. What kind of support you are expecting? Of course, money is that.
I mean, I think there is a lot of potential out here. So Gujarat is one of the largest tomato producing states in the country, and we are planning to go out for tomatoes. And in the pipeline, we have figs and pomegranates, which is also something in line with the state. So we definitely want to work with the universities and research institutes out of Gujarat and kind of expand our food trays in Gujarat. So we are definitely looking at expansion into these states, and also we are looking at mentorship. So we have our go-to-market strategy and business plans made out. So we definitely believe that this mentor group has a lot of experience, and we want to leverage their potential and skill sets and to refine our product and how we perform into the market. So this is something that we are definitely looking at.
Awesome. So Harsiddhi will be your go-to person for that.
Please get in touch with me.
Perfect.
Yes, Vijay, I was about to ask
thank
you
you so much, Vijay.
Forgot that, but anyways, our 8 minutes is there. But thank you so much, Vijay, and we will be in touch. Thank you so much. We'll get Vedant. Are you ready?
Thank you.
Okay, we have next.
Yeah.
Vedant, right? Recycle-X. Yes.
Yeah, right. Can you just?
Yeah, sure. 1 sec.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 sec.
So friends, bear with us because when we do this transition, it takes around 30 seconds. If this was an in-person event, it would have taken 2 minutes.
Can you see the slide?
Yes.
You can zoom in now.
Vedant, you can show your camera also. You can open up your camera. Vedant, ready? Okay.
Sure.
Everyone together, big round of applause for Vedant. And Vedant, the screen is yours now.
Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vedant Gandhi, co-founder at RecycleX. So RecycleX aims to make this world, move towards sustainable construction. Can you change? Yeah. So if you see what are the waste problems going on now in India, this landfill is a typical from Pirana landfill from Ahmedabad, which is almost 53-meter height, and a lot of plastic waste is coming up these days due to a lot of COVID situations. So India generates almost 26,000 tons of plastic waste per day, out of which only 10,000 tons of plastic waste is reaches to landfill, and others is recycled. So also India manufacture a lot of industrial carbons and industrial waste, which is almost 170 million tons of industrial waste. So what at RecycleX we are basically doing? So we are reducing the chronic effects of industrial waste in India by manufacturing various sustainable green building construction materials like bricks and paver blocks. So we not only manufacture these paver blocks and bricks, but we also give chance for various rag pickers to pay them a very premium prices rather than mitigating the middlemen from that. So we also have various CSR activities working with various FMCG companies. Chain. So these are various products what we are dealing with. So currently we have 6 different kind of shapes of paver blocks, which is made from plastic waste and industrial waste and construction debris. So it ranges from 50 mm to 120 mm, which is from non-traffic footpaths to very high traffic. So competing with the conventional paver blocks, our paver blocks are more longer. It's also recyclable after its durability is done, like almost 10 years. It's cost effective and efficient. Next. So apart from paver blocks, we also manufacture various building blocks, which is very superior in quality, which is weatherproof, 3 times stronger than in the conventional paver blocks. And this is also majorly used in various villages for making sustainable toilets. Okay. Next. Okay. So how the process works? So we have a team of rag pickers who collects various plastic waste from the landfill. So we process it, we shred into various fiber form structure. We procure industrial waste from various industries like Reliance and other pillars, and we also collect construction debris from the local municipal corporations where we are based, and then we have our own composite materials to make these paver blocks and tiles and bricks. Okay. So what are the environmental impact we have done till so far? So till now we have eradicated almost 40 tons of plastic waste, 60 tons of industrial waste like carbons and slags, and 300 tons of construction debris. And we have already saved 280 tons of CO2 emissions, entering in our air pollutants. Okay. So what are the basic business models? So we have 2 business models. One is private sector and one is B2B and B2G. We majorly work with public works and infrastructure projects. We work with various CSR companies. So for paver blocks, the pricing range from 30 to 50 rupees square feet, and for the building blocks, it ranges from 40 to 80 rupees per square feet per piece. Yeah. So talking about the beachhead market, Mumbai and Gujarat itself is a 10 billion industry by 2023, and it's a huge market to capture. Is almost 340 million square feet. So we try to target 2% of beachhead market by 2023, is almost a 200 million market. Okay. So talking about the competitors, we have 2 competitors. One is China Ecofield and Saltec Labs, and our pricing is more cheaper than that. And our product is according to Indian standard codes, and we are eligible for Indian Green Building Council certifications. It's higher in strength and
Vedant, your 4 minutes are over, so you can get to the closing remarks. Then I'll ask you a few more questions.
Yeah. So just go on. Okay. So these are the pilot point. Just talking about the achievements, we are already awarded by India Australia Circular Economy Challenge. We have won the Future of Flexible Incubation Network and seeds award from GIZ. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Vedant.
Yeah.
I'll ask you a few more questions then.
Yeah, sure.
So, which has been your biggest challenge to get to this stage for this idea? Because this is something that everybody believes is a great problem, and a lot of people have tried solving it, but very few people are able to sustain it after a certain scale. So, what do you think is working out for you?
In India, PET bottles and hard HDP plastics are very easy to recycle. The only problems is the single layer and multi-use plastic, like the Kurkure packets and packaging what we use. So we work with such kind of plastic which is not recyclable. So we shred into various fiber forms for making these paver blocks. It is just talking about the plastic waste. And construction waste we see just lying up in various landfills. So we procure this construction waste and process is our plants.
Okay, and in terms of finances, like how are you managing regarding government support or customers?
Yeah, so we did some of the bootstrap and we got some SSIP grant from Gujarat government, and also we won 5 different kind of awards. So we just started our manufacturing plant in February. So far we are already in cash positive. I know from day one, because we already have a lot of companies in lineup as we work with green building consultants. So there is many scope going on.
So Vedant, the point that you mentioned about winning some awards. So this is very important if you are building a social enterprise, because there are so many competitions and programs, and there is a great chance that if you do well, you can win some prize money, and that can really help you sustain. So Vedant, what is the secret of winning the awards? Top 2 points, if you can share.
Okay, just let's be with the market. What are the competitors doing? So rather than rather than entering into new business field, I would suggest upcoming entrepreneurs to focus on your core business. See, in plastic waste there is so many fields, but what you actually want to do, just go in it and research as much you can. There are tons of competitions available around the world, and social impact investment is a really big field nowadays investors are looking for.
Okay, awesome. And what kind of support you would look for from this group?
Yeah. So fundraising is one of the things. We are already now going to be accelerated. One of the real
estate. Again, the go-to person is Harsiddhi.
I know the only.
He's already got in touch with us long back.
Yes, Vedant, please.
Yeah, so funds. The only problem what we face in our product is the transportation. We cannot transport our product from on a longer scale. So what we are planning to raise funds to set up 5 or 6 plants all over 4 zones of India, so we can tackle the local markets over there. And apart from that, we are looking for some real estate players to come in and help us to pitch our green product in their developing field.
Awesome. So by any chance, have you interacted with folks at Shivalik Projects because they were interested in meeting some of the startups?
Yeah, we are in touch with Shivalik and also other green building consultants.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Vedant, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Rao is next. Rao, are you ready?
Who is next?
Z Blocks. Rao is
okay, Z Blocks.
Yes, I am.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Okay, again, it takes another 15-20 seconds to set this up. But
sure,
those.
No problem.
Okay, Mamta had a few questions. Harshit, if you can get Mamta on stage, probably she had a question for
sure.
Vedant or someone earlier.
Mamta. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you bring Mamta on stage, and till the time she asks the question.
I can show the question of hers also.
Awesome. So Vijay, this is question for Vijay, right?
Vijay, okay. I think just a second, Rao. I think if you could just do a presentation on your own, because your presentation is not opening up on my end.
Okay.
So could you just, you can present on your own.
I have it ready.
Okay.
So now, once you do that, probably we can bring Arun then, and then till the time you figure that out, because anyways, Dr. Kamakhya will be doing his own presentation only.
Okay. Yeah, I need some help on where to share. This app is different. So.
Okay. So till the time, probably you figure that out, or once we finish Arun's presentation, we will get back to you. Arun, are you ready?
We need to remove the question so that he can share. There is only one person can only share the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Harshit, you can get Earth Focus.
Actually, Earth Focus's presentation, they have sent me a PPT and I am unable to run that. That's the whole problem right now. It's not working. The PPTs are not opening. So
again, if you can share your presentation, then probably now going forward, we'll have everybody to share their presentation.
Yeah, share their, yes.
Or Dr. Kamakhya, are you ready then?
Yes, I'm ready. I can share. Yeah.
Yep. And you can just mention the point how you are able to find the present button from your side. So that will help other presenters.
Yeah, I'm into the discovery.
I got it. It's right next to the microphone.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yes. So now you are ready then, since you figured that out.
Yes, I am.
Yes. So you
Shall I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Oh, and I'll cancel mine.
Hope you can all see this.
Okay, Rao, just a sec. We'll do this tradition, right? Everybody together, big round of applause.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Hi, my name is Rao Kurupolu. I am CEO and co-founder of ZBlocks. We are building a product called Actipod, which is a smart active carrier that maintains the last mile cold chain in healthcare and medical sectors. So there are many scenarios in the whole healthcare sector. For example, in pharma distribution, last mile transit issues related to temperature monitoring of sensitive products impacts about 100,000 patients in India every year, and results in $30 billion of wastage of these pharmaceutical products world over. Similarly, if you take examples of diagnostic samples, about 100,000 samples are potentially getting damaged every day in India, resulting in wrong diagnosis. Coming to vaccine programs, that's putting about 1.3 million mothers and children, their health and their immunity at risk every year in India. So it's a major problem impacting people's health world over, not just in India. And what is the main cause of all these problems? It's the use of passive carriers. These are simply plastic boxes which use ice to maintain the cooling effect, and these ice packs are frozen to -10 or -15, and then they are used inside the box to provide the cooling. Unfortunately, because of this below freezing temperature, early in the morning there is a freezing damage potential for these products, and by afternoon there is a excursion beyond 8 degrees. Our product, Actipod, is a patent pending in India, is an active carrier. It provides cooling and heating powered by a battery, which lasts for a minimum of 12 hours of operations. So it maintains the right temperature from -20 to +40. You can choose whichever temperature you want. It's a smart device. It's a connected device. It provides GPS location. All the temperature data is all sent to the server. Their managers can keep track of all these devices in the field and see how they are doing. We have artificial intelligence and machine learning models running on the data that is coming in, because it's not possible for humans to track all these devices. So we have automated ways of monitoring all these devices, and it automatically generates alerts in case something goes wrong. We have designed the device to be of comparable weight, but actually more volume than current passive carriers, because we don't have any of those ice packs. It's also designed to be compliant with all the government medical regulations. Some of the customers that we are working with, Apollo Hospitals, Merck, Roche, we are in late stage talks with central government and multiple state governments to supply our devices in this whole vaccination phase that we are going on right now. We have multiple GTM partners in India and abroad that we are working with to extend the reach of our products. This is our team. We have a well-talented team. Viraj is my co-founder. He's an IIT grad. Ravi, who heads our biz dev, has been a serial entrepreneur. We have a refrigeration veteran, Venki, on the board. We've been guided by T. Srinivas, CFO of Bharat Biotech, as a business mentor, and scientists at CCMB AIC in Hyderabad are our scientific advisors. I would be happy to answer any questions you have.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Rao. Friends, in case if you have any questions, you can ask in the chat or in the Q&A. Probably will bring you on stage, but I'll continue with some of the questions that I wanted to ask Rao.
Sure.
So Rao, what's the way forward for you now? Like, what are the
So,
growth opportunities that you are seeing?
so primarily, I mean, we are getting a lot of traction from customers, and our challenge currently is about ramping up production and establishing a service network. Supply chain has been badly hit due to COVID, so we are struggling with that, and procuring all the raw material and the parts that we need, and establish an efficient production processes. So that is one, and we're also seeking help in scaling up our service network. So once we ship all these devices to what customers ask for, we need to service them, right? So that's where we are. We're trying to raise funds of 2 crores. Largely so far, it's been from friends and family. So we're trying to raise funds so that we can do this expansion.
Yep. And you've been part of some accelerators or incubators?
Yes, we are part of CCMB, AIC,
Yep.
right, and also Asia in IIT Hyderabad, and GeoGen Next as well.
Okay. And since yours is a business which is getting a lot of great momentum, so the potential investors that you are seeking, would they be impact investors or the general investors who could also get in? What is your hint?
Actually, we are getting a lot of interest from social impact investors because it is such a major problem facing humanity today. So, like we are in talks with Social Alpha as well. So there is a lot of interest from there. Of course, there are some, venture capitalists are also interested.
Okay. So like I said earlier, probably for the afternoon session, we'll have folks from Asha Impact and Avishkar Capital.
Okay.
And we have few more who were confirmed for the earlier, because we were supposed to do the summit in April. We had to postpone. So we had a lot of good impact investors who were part of this thing. So probably once this gets over, probably I could introduce you with some of those people.
Sure, that will be awesome.
And what kind of support do you like? So of course, funding is there, but what kind of support you will look for this group?
I need mentoring in improving my supply chain and optimizing my production processes and setting up service network. These are the areas that I need help with.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Rao, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr.
Nathan,
Kamakhya,
before we go forward, I think there is one question for Vedant. So if we can quickly answer the question. Hold on. Can you see the question?
Vedant, you can read out and answer.
Hi, Mamta. Can you just explain more about like with minus plastic one, what that means? So.
Vedant, can you see the question on the screen?
Yeah.
Are these paper? Yeah, so please. Answer the question.
Yeah. So we already have a test certificate from national, NABL certified laboratories. So as per the IS code, it should not be more than 6%, but we are ranging in only 1 and 2%. So this is the main reason for cracking down of paper blocks, because of water absorption. So our product is already have a good test results. Hope that answers your question.
Okay, awesome. Assuming that you have answered the question correctly, so we can move on to the next one. But thank you so much, Vedant. Arun, you'll be able to see this option in the to present. You'll see an arrow. Arun, are you ready?
Yes.
Arun, can you hear us?
Yes, I am. So
please share your screen.
I'll just share.
And then we'll have Dr. Kamakhya to present. Dr. Kamakhya, if you see the screen, you'll see multiple options. There's a video, mic, and there is a presentation.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi. So
okay, Arun, just a sec. I know. So towards the second half, these demo days get a little boring because it becomes a little repetitive. So I need two things: little more energy from the presenters and little more clapping from all the fellow panelists. Everybody together. Big round of applause. Yes, sir.
That's good. Okay. Hi, my name is Arun. I'm the founder and the managing director of Earth Focus. We manufacture water savers that can be attached to your existing taps that save up to 95% water. right? So the biggest problem is that most of the water that we use, right, it goes down the drain unused. So more than 25% of the tap water that comes out from our homes come out from the taps. And in commercial spaces, 70% of the fresh water actually goes down the drain unused as 70 goes down the drain as water that has been unused but from taps. And even if a common water saver is used, right, you can only save a certain amount. But we have a range of water savers that actually save a lot. So this is one of our product called Quamist, where it's a simple water saver that you can attach for your homes that has both mist and shower mode. So as you can see, it's super easy to install, and it takes less than 30 seconds, or even less than 10 seconds to install. The mist mode saves 95%, and the shower mode saves more than 85%. And as you can see, it's super easy to switch between modes. And when you compare it with the normal tap, you can see how much water is being saved. And the best part is that you can have an uncompromising experience without, with no delay in time. So that is one of our products. So we have a range of water savers for both commercial space and residential space. So the thing with what happened is with pandemic, people have started to actually wash their hands more frequently and more regularly. So a water saver would be a great solution. So let me just show you the range that we have, right? So we have a residential range. We call that as a dual mode water saver, where I can switch between mist mode and shower mode. And we have two products, Quamist and Quamist 360. Quamist, again, the dual mode water saver. Quamist 360, you can actually adjust the angle of the tap. And for the commercial range, we have three products: EcoMist, EcoMist Umbrella, and Eco Shower Tap. EcoMist actually saves more than 98% water. And if you could just see the video over here, sorry, it gives this fine mist, and it's a pleasure washing your hands with this product. Similarly, there is a product called EcoMist Umbrella, where the mist expands as you bring your hands closer to it. It literally feels like magic. And Eco Shower Tap is another product where another product where it gives the shower type flow. It saves about 85%, right? Now, and this is our new range of cost-effective water savers called EcoStream, which is very affordable. So that we even want to penetrate into the tier 2 and tier 3 segment as well. So again, it's super easy to install, and it gives this nice shower output that saves up to 80% water. So yeah, so just to give you a comparison, you save more than 50% than an existing water saver that are there, and you save more than 90%. So this is a normal tap, and this is how the output is with our water saver installed. Let me just show that. So it gives this nice umbrella flow. So to give you a case study, right, we had this one company where they had close to 150 taps, and their existing tap gave 6 liters per minute. And with our water saver installed, it was reduced down to 600 milliliters per minute. So the savings was close to 90%, and they are estimated to save close to 22 lakh liters of water annually. And their cost savings is close to 3,49,000 rupees. And this is another case study where they already had an existing water saver installed, and after installing our range of water savers, they were able to save more than 1 crore 11 lakh liters of water annually. And their cost savings is 17 lakhs 20,000 rupees. So if you could, and these are few of our clients, who have approached, installed our products, and they're actually saving millions of liters of water every day. So you not only just save water, you also save the entire ecosystem. I mean, the energy that is used by the pump to transport that water. You get a more effective and efficient hand wash. You reduce the load on STP. The vehicle frequency is reduced. So imagine a company that's saving close to 1 crore liters.
Arun, your 4
Okay.
minutes are over. If you can get to the closing remarks.
Okay, yeah. So pretty much pretty much that's it. So
Perfect.
so yeah, you save thousands of liters of water every day, and there's a guaranteed return on investment. And we can make this world a water positive space. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you is the best closing remarks. But brilliant presentation also. So Arun, in terms of finances, how are you managing? You got support from the government, or there are investors?
We are bootstrapped, and we are incubated at IIT incubation cell in Chennai.
Okay, awesome. And in terms of go-to-market, how are you planning to distribute your?
We directly deal with the clients. So they come to us, or we approach them, and we just show them how much water can be saved and what's the cost savings. For example, the second case study that I showed, right? Their savings is close to 17 lakh rupees, and their investment would be hardly close to 60,000 or 70,000 rupees. So the return on investment is less than two months, or even less than 2 months. And when I tell them that, and every company is working towards this carbon neutrality goal, in which our product actually supports in reducing the building's carbon footprint. So that's how we've been working with corporates. We've also been working with few dealers, distributors. We have a lot of representatives around the country who are just doing it because they're very interested on the product itself. And so, yeah, I mean, that's our go-to strategy. And we do also sell on our website. And, that's not our greatest.
Okay.
Yes.
And Arun, this is a great product, and there is no reason people should say no to it. But typically, what kind of resistance you get? Why do people who appreciate the product but they don't go for it?
Oh, the cost actually. So our products are made using metal, not plastic, except the cost-effective range that we have just now introduced because of the feedbacks that we've been receiving. I mean, see, the product costs $7.99, right? So when it comes to a common Indian mentality, the most common thing that every people will say is, I can buy a tap for $7.99. Why should I buy a water saver? So we have. I mean, there are few people who love the product. They've installed the product. They come back to our website and they order for the entire home. And it's a completely new experience to wash your hands in mist. You wash the vegetables in mist, and you save a lot actually. So a lot of water enthusiasts, people who really want to save water, niche category, they love our product. And we want to create something. I mean, water scarcity is actually it's a huge problem that's growing. So we want to tackle it. That's the reason why we bought the cost-effective range. So and for commercial spaces, it's been moving like really great. So we have like clients who said they have saved crores of liters after installing our product. Yeah.
And what kind of support you are expecting?
Oh, we are definitely looking for networking with people and sales. So sales is something that we really want to take it up, and networking, trying to getting more connects and etc. That's what.
So this Atal Incubation Center has a lot of taps, so that could be a potential customer. So again, Harshit is the go-to person.
Okay.
But thank you so much,
Please
Arun,
feel
and
free.
we wish you all the best.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we'll move to Dr. Kamakhya. With video and mic option, you'll see an arrow. That would be
that I'm able to do, but it's not allowing me to share. I don't know why.
We are not allowing, or some computer like there is
browser is not.
No, we are allowed.
No, the browser is not permitted to share, is what it is saying.
You're using Google Chrome.
Yes, and I'm on a MacBook.
Okay, it should work.
So
ideally.
It says click.
And Harshit, do we have Suraj from Drona with us? Okay, so
I'm sorry, but it's not allowing me. My apologies.
No, that is totally fine. Or else, alternatively, you can open up a website and just narrate through your story or something.
All right.
We'll just take a minute. You can.
Do you have,
what you can
have
do?
my presentation? Is it possible for you?
Give me a minute. I'm trying. Till then, what you can do is you can start with your presentation without the PPT if it is possible. Let me try and get it on the board. Okay.
Yeah, till the time that happens, so typically when we have these panels, what we do is we open up for all the panelists to ask questions to each other. Since we were on time, we have that extra 5 minutes. So Aditya, Rao, Vedant, all of you are here, right? You presented yourself and you show other interesting social entrepreneurs. So what question you may want to ask each other? Like what kind of questions you would have. So Vedant, if you were to ask question to any of the panelists who presented, what would be your question?
I would ask question to focus, like, rather like how is the production, for you guys, like how is the profit margin for your water saving taps, and is this business more on bootstrap basis, or do you really require funds to sustain for a longer time?
Yes, Arun, this question was for you.
I guess Arun left the panel.
Okay, Arun. Okay, but probably Arun is not with us on this call right now.
No worries.
But anyone else would want to pick this opportunity to ask question to any other social entrepreneur?
Yeah, I have a question for Vedant.
Yes, Vijay.
Because I mean, we
Yes,
are just starting, and it looks like he already has a production setup going on, factories running, and everything, right? So I just wanted to, get his experience on how we can get, how he got from like zero to, setting up the plant. How did he fund it? How did he go about that? So there is probably a longer question, but that's something that I'm really keen, because I don't have a manufacturing background and I'm trying to set up a factory.
Yeah. No, so the story we like we used to do outsource before on someone else plant. The machinery is not that complex, so we
Okay.
just had to change some things in that, and then we bootstrapped just not a lot of money, but then the major help what we got from the GUSEC in the initial stages. We had some SSIP grants coming up then, and then we were applying. We were just searching, like we had an aim, like every month anyhow we have to apply for 10 competitions anyhow. No, you have to
Okay.
search from wherever you want, but to make an aim that apply for all the competitions which is into social impact field, specific to your field, there would be so many competitions going on. And then we got some funds from there, and then and it helped us to run the manufacturing plant. And then we got first plant on lease, and then we now started our own plant. So
Okay.
that's but it's not that complicated, but rather than just focus on what your core business, and just find lot of competitions. There is funds available, so many funds available from UN programs, and healthcare programs, because your product is more into healthcare and all. So
Right.
there is many things going on. And during these COVID times, when I guess AIM have their own competitions for COVID. No, and also AICG USAC have their own program for COVID products and all. Just go for it. Just believe it's possible.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. And that was a nice filler questions for us. So, Dr. Kamakya, you'll have to make do with
Yeah,
whatever
no,
you
no.
could
Thank you
present
so
right
much for really working it out, Harshidi, because I went to online and checked at the solution. It wanted me to restart my computer. So that was the worst thing I should have.
No, always a pleasure.
So,
Okay, Dr. Kamakya, everyone together, big round for Dr. Kamakya. Yes,
thanks,
screen is
Jatin.
yours.
So Kruti is a social enterprise. Of course, we didn't know what social enterprise or entrepreneurship when we started it, but it just evolved because of the values we started with. Next slide, please. We primarily work with the tribal community in a place called Koraput in Odisha, which is a tribal district, predominantly the tribals. We started it in 2013 by a group of professionals like me who still support it. We have ended up spending around 2 crores over this 8-9 years, and it's finally reached a shape where we are commercializing it. Now, our mission is to source responsibly by using fair trade, support livelihood, stay ecologically conscious, and serve high quality products to the esteemed customers, because it's not about charity, it's also about creating a world class product. Please, next one, please. So there are three key strategic pillars in our activity. One is a deep farm level engagement, because if you don't create the product which is world class, people will not value it. Grow premium agribusiness and build a strong e-commerce. Next one, please. So primarily, as you look at this, is Saura art, which is a tribal art, which represents our journey totally from planting to the harvesting to processing to roasting and brewing. We are truly farm to cup when it comes to coffee. Next one, please. So we have really engaged one of the best coffee expert team in India from Bangalore to really transform the 3 farms we work with to take it to specialty coffee. Obviously, 4 minutes is short to explain what specialty coffee is. All I can say, it's not just an espresso shot. So the next one, please. So there are 3 farms we work with. Kindriguda, which is a tribal village, which we totally support in terms of finances. But we also, after spending everything, we still procure it at 10% higher than market rate. Koraput Organic is a USDA and EU certified organic farm, and we support them. And the third farm is to give us the scalability, because they primarily work with the tribal workers, but we need to scale up. If we really have to go to 15 ton, 20 ton of procurement, we cannot get it from the small ones. Next one, please. So we have really moved it to specialty coffee. As you can see, there's no espresso machine there. There's a pour over, there is a siphon, there's all sorts of coffee equipments, really give you a real flavor out of it, just like a wine tasting. So that's our one of our cafes. We also have 3 premium agri items. Our honey has a pollen count which is 50 times higher than what the National Dairy Development Board requires. And that's what makes it really truly, unifloral. And the flavors come from the flowers from the honeybees go to. Our turmeric is GI tagged, and our one of our coffee is totally 100% USDA and EU certified organic. Next one, please. So we've just moved into an e-commerce existence in a very commercial way, because social entrepreneurship doesn't work with the scalability. Next one, please. So we have a lot of beautiful coffees there. We have 3 signature coffees and we have 1 blend. The next one, please. And we have all our signature agri products. Do visit www.kruticoffee.com. And next one, please. We have lovely honeys, and each of the flavor comes from the flower from which the honey gets the nectar. And I have a video, if it works, that really sums up our journey within 1 minute. Next slide, if you click, it will be a video. Yeah, it's embedded into the presentation.
Yes, it's almost 3 minutes completed. So if the video works, great.
Yeah, that's a 1 minute video. So if it doesn't work, it's really about Kindriguda. It's just exactly, I think, 57 seconds.
Okay, so I'll ask you a few more questions then in that case.
Sure.
So in terms of competition, or do you face a competition, or like your customers segment is totally different? So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I would say we are becoming a competition rather than somebody competing us, because we are relatively new in our space, and specialty coffee is relatively new in India. There are just 2 or 3 players who have really done it well in the specialty space. It's just not like a Starbucks or a Cafe Coffee Day, which is more about the regular. And we also sell all those coffees like espresso, the lattes, the everything. But specialty coffee is all about flavor. It's all about the right roast, and that's why it took us 10 years, because our product was not good enough to be specialty for 8 years. So it's only in the last 2 years we made it specialty in real sense. Yes, if it can.
Awesome.
Yeah, can I play the video?
Please. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, voice is not coming. You can do a narration, Dr. Kamakhya, if you can.
That's how it was 10 years back, completely dead, 40 acres of coffee, and that's when we took over Kindriguda, and now this is how it is. So you can see, like these are the ladies we work with from Kindriguda village. They are the primary contributors. This is how we are converting to specialty coffee. These are the guys who are supporting their women very much actively. This is our management team working closely with the coffee grown in Kindriguda. This is how we are converting it to specialty coffee. Now the flowers are blossoming. The cherry is really red, so it is really specialty coffee now. And you can see the smiles are back. Maybe I'm exaggerating it a bit, but that's truly a story around that. And we could not have asked for anything better than this 1 minute story we are sharing with you. And now we have a specialty coffee packet for you, and we will be judged by you when you take it with one of the equipments. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. And Dr. Kamakhya, what kind of support you are expecting?
Yeah, obviously at this point of time, we're really thinking of scaling it up. And for that, we need conscious investors who can understand that in the 10 years we have not made profit, but we have put in our money. We have not taken any credit. We have not gone for charity. We had to really build this whole system. And like investors who are consciously able to understand that space and help us grow, we're really looking for that, because we're all working professionals who have taken it to this level.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Harshit, do we have Suraj, or the presentations are over? Else we'll utilize 5 minutes for Q&A.
I can't see Suraj. Is Suraj there?
Yes, Suraj, will you stand up?
Yeah, either at least raise your hand so that I can see you.
Yes, he has raised.
Yeah, hold on. I'll just bring him.
And Mamta had a question. Okay. So if we can bring Mamta also. So it's 12:54. We will finish at 1.
Yep. Yeah, so I'll share Mamta's question maybe, or I can't see Mamta's hand.
You can bring her on stage to ask a question.
Yeah, if she raises her hand, I can bring her on stage. Mamta, can you please raise her hand?
So Suraj is here. You have presentation of Drona, or Suraj will present?
Suraj will present.
Okay, Suraj.
Okay, I have Mamta. I have invited Mamta on. No, I can't invite her.
Or you can try, or towards the end
we can.
Do that.
Yeah.
So Suraj.
Yeah. Let's
can you share your
go with
screen,
Suraj's presentation. Suraj. Suraj, we can't hear you. Can you hear us?
We can see the red dots near Suraj's name.
Yeah. Suraj,
No,
can
no,
you hear
but
us? Speak something. We can't.
he's saying he's not getting any options because
Okay.
he's
Hold
attending.
on.
He's not. But did Suraj get a separate email?
Yeah, we did
So
send
Suraj, if
him.
you
I don't
join
know
from
why
that
he's
link,
showing
then
message.
it
இவங்க
got
ஒருத்தர்
probed.
ஒரு மீட்டிங் யூஸ் பண்றாங்க, அதுக்கு டெக்னிக்கல் டிஃபிகல்டிஸ் ரொம்ப இருக்குது, பேச முடியல இப்போ.
Okay. What I can do is I
அவங்க
can.
யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறது இது டிஃப்ரெண்டா யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க, அதுக்கு கான்ஃபிகர் ஆகுறதில்ல சிஸ்டம் ஒட்டி. ஜூம் அது இது டிபி ஏதோ ஒரு ஏர் மீட் இருக்குது, அதை யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Suraj, I can share your presentation if that's okay.
அது பிளாஸ்டிக் பிஎல்.
Okay, 12:56. We will want to finish on time.
20 to 70 easier.
Suraj, we can hear you, but the question is, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yeah, I
Yes, Suraj.
think he's unable to hear us. Hold on. Hello. Yes, Suraj.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
The thing is, I'm not getting any options here to mute and
Hold
mute.
on. Okay, what I'm doing is share your presentation and then you can speak. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm sharing his presentation.
Meanwhile, Mamta, if you're there, you can raise your hand. We'll bring you on stage. And meanwhile, I'll utilize this opportunity to ask questions to our other panelists. So everyone, give a 1 or 2 word answers to it. The social entrepreneurship is very difficult. Building a business is difficult, but building a social enterprise is even more difficult. So if you were to describe your the central entrepreneurial journey of building a social impact in 1 word, what would that 1 word be? Aditya, just 1 word. Or Arun, Rao, if you can share that 1 word, or else we have Dona's presentation with us. So Suraj, you can get started then.
Yeah. Can you hear us, Suraj?
We don't have Suraj yet with us here.
Oh, I think there's some network issue on his end. I don't know what's
So Aditi,
wrong.
probably we'll need to, it's almost 1 p.m. If Suraj comes back, probably we can include him in another panel. But thank you. Aditya, Rao, Vedant, can you hear me? We will utilize this last 2 minutes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome. The same question. Your entrepreneurial journey in 1 word. What is that 1 word that you would like to describe your journey with?
Persistence.
Okay, brilliant.
You believe in that problem, so you have to persist with it. It takes time. You just have to work.
Others, you cannot repeat that word. Persistence has been taken. That is, quality has been assigned to Rao. But yes, everyone else, Vijay, Aditya.
Yeah, I would like to go next. For us, it's like building a long-term vision for the product.
Okay, so long-term is your word then. Aditya.
It's every day is a challenge, and like it motivates us to like solve that challenge. So it's filled with happiness.
No, you're saying a lot of words. One word. Challenge, happiness, or solution. Challenge. Okay, awesome. Arun, you want to give it a shot? Your entrepreneurial journey in 1 word, or Vedant?
For me, it would be creating impact.
Okay, impact. So Prabhav is the word that you have taken.
Yeah, Prabhav. Yeah.
Awesome. So with this, it's 12:59. We want to finish on time. We started actually 5 minutes early, but we are finishing on time. So thank you so much, everyone. Again, Harshit, if you can tell closing remarks and what is going to happen next.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jatin. Thank you all the presenters for presenting your pitches, and we were very glad and got a lot of knowledge from this. And with this, we would like to end the demo day session. I would request everyone to join the exhibition tables that are going to start after this. So the exhibition is going to go on from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and after that 2 to 2:30 is going to be the lunch break. After 2:30, we'll start with our sessions for the day, the very interactive ones, and where we'll be having international and national speakers. So I hope to see you all there, and I request you all to join the exhibition that we have hosted. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jatin, for moderating this session. Thank you all the startups for presenting. Thank you for being part of Prabha.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.